Good morning. This is Joseph with a cup of Joe.
And Dakota.
Hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday and that you're going to have an even better week coming up here. Today we are trying...
Oh, good shit, Joe. Oh, some good shit.
Thornton Roasters. Columbia Geisha with chocolate cherry, raspberry, and sweet apple.
My new favorite, if I do say so myself. I think I've said that a couple times.
Yeah.
But we just keep getting better, Joe.
Right. Like, I almost put this on, like, if ice cream could be a coffee, this is what it would be. Right? Right?
I mean, I can't argue with that.
It's awesome.
This, comparative to last week's was a good cup. But last week's was just that. It was just a good cup. Like, it was coffee.
Right.
This one, this is the focal point this time. You don't want to eat with it. You don't want to eat with it. You want to enjoy it. This is the star. This is the star of the show. Last week it was kind of like the enhancer. Like I'm gonna keep it PG.
Okay.
But you know it made you. Last week's was just it helped with the food.
Right.
It was that breakfast time. This one. You want to drink, you want to savor it, you want to enjoy it, you want nothing else to distract you.
Right.
You wake up in the morning, like it's a bright and early morning, and you are like, you know what, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to look over wherever I'm looking at, peace and quiet, and you're just going to... That's this cup.
Yeah, so
that's this cup.
So like when you smell it, you smell the chocolate raspberry.
Oh,
and then when you taste it, you get all that. Like, I think this is the first one that we've tried, doing these videos, that the description, you taste everything immediately. It's like you're not trying to hunt for it. It's
there's
there.
no more, like, I don't know if it's maybe like a placebo effect, but it definitely says chocolate cherry, raspberry, apple, sweetness, right?
Yep.
Like, you like I said, I don't know if it's because I was coached into it, Joe.
I don't know.
I mean, last week's was kind of a little more difficult because we really had to use our inner palates,
right,
and really try and figure out, you know. But I do feel we're getting better at it,
right.
But I'm no expert, so I may have been coached into it a little bit. But this one, I agree with you. You absolutely get every single flavor they're putting on there. You get through the whole entire sip,
right,
start to finish. You get a little bit of everything.
Yeah. So Thornton Coffee Roasters is out of Beaverton, Oregon. Oh, but what else is in Oregon?
Random fact of the day: Nike's headquarters is also in Beaverton, Oregon.
Cool.
Back to you, Jim.
Swoosh. You should have been like swoosh.
I missed an opportunity. I give it to you.
So, what are we going to try with this coffee here?
Oh, so Joe had an extra special treat on top of this being a treat coffee. We got some bourbon fudge here. Let's see if I can get it out of the light here. Some bourbon fudge. So, Joe.
Yep.
Want to grab your fudge here?
Got the fudge.
Got the fudge. Let's try this out, ladies and gentlemen.
Scotch whiskey fudge.
Woohoo! Little raspberry. All right, you're going crazy. You can put the whole thing in there. All right. Let's do this.
The whole experience here involved.
Oh my God! Right. That's some good fudge.
Pretty good, isn't it?
All right.
Did you drink this? So, I'm not sure if this geisha coffee is a limited one or not, but honestly, if you are in need of a new coffee or you want to try new coffee, I would get this coffee immediately.
Oh my God!
It's $25. I believe they do have a subscription. I do not know what their subscription entails if you pick any coffee off the list, but you get for $34 starting, you get 2 bags of coffee, and you can increase or decrease the rate of how much coffee that you drink in like the 2 weeks. It's a bi-weekly subscription, but I would 100+% get this one first. If you're a coffee lover, this is definitely where you got to go.
If you can find that fudge too, that combo. We're talking treat coffee. Joe, what's your opinions on that? The fudge with the chocolate, or the fudge with the chocolate? The fudge with the coffee, Joe.
I think it just gives more. Dude, it's like you're eating a buffet of like sweets.
Yeah,
like it's just
all in one.
But it's not like eating cakes and everything. It's like you're having all the good ingredients of those sweets all at one time, like cherries and chocolates and everything.
It was almost like everything.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I feel like if you have something that's sweet with something that kind of has a hint of sweetness to it, it takes away all the sweetness and you just get the bitterness. This one, they played nicely off each other and just enhanced each other.
A beard hair in my mouth.
That's, mustache. I still have that problem, but hey,
I was like,
life goes on. So, but like, it definitely, it all enhanced everything.
yeah, no, it's a symphony
Didn't take away,
of
but,
deliciousness, dude.
Give it up to Thornton Coffee, man. This is a good cup of joe.
And so this is a Columbia roast, so it isn't up in Columbia. It looks like this is like a family farm down there that they source these from.
Oh, okay.
And I think that that when you have these roasters that take that much detail, that much love into where the beans come from, the origin, I think that you do, or what we have seen so far, you do get a better bean, a better cup overall of the coffee.
It comes through.
Yeah, no, it really does. It really does.
Really, yeah. There's no argument to it. I feel like we've had enough cups of different coffees.
Right.
There is a distinctive difference. Like there is, I want to say a more warming feel to the coffee.
A little bit more love. Like
Yeah,
more love in a cup.
You feel it. You get all warm and fuzzy inside. It's
Right.
not just from the coffee.
Right.
There's something underlying that you're like, you know what, these people actually care.
Yep.
Not that the other coffee's bad. Just the ones that are made with love taste just a little bit better.
So from the website, it says that their mission is to share their experience with coffee. Excuse me. To share our experience with coffee lovers in the city we love in the form of fantastic cup of coffee. Nailed it.
Bingo.
We work to create a sustainable business for our family, friends, and local community we live in, and run run our coffee business in. But I was like, don't run for it. But so if you dig in the website, it's very well put together. I think that they, just like their cup here and the quality of the cup, they have a lot of quality in there. I do wish that they put a little bit more into how their process is, what they do for their process. Maybe I overlooked it, but
you can't give away all your secrets, Joe.
no, we're not secrets. Just like those little snapshots of what they do to put that love into that cup right there.
Oh, okay.
Because, like I said, we can tell the difference between just a normal cup of coffee and something that's really good.
Maybe, Joe.
Maybe.
I mean, there's monkey shit coffee.
Yes. No questions. All right.
Not saying anything. Just saying.
I'm not going to continue on that.
I'm gonna get more.
Oh, by the way, this is our second cup each already.
Thornton Coffee. They got it going on. They know what they're doing. Whatever they're doing, whatever it may be, I'm gonna keep buying it.
Yeah.
I think, Joe, I'm gonna get crazy here, but I think we should get another bag and just have this as a backup, just in case. Maybe come back to it if we can't find one. Well, might be, because as you see, ladies and gentlemen, as I throw it here, this is gone. We have brewed all of it, and I think we might drink it all today. I think this might be the first one that we drink all in one day, and I'm here for it.
So at the end of the year, a thought is for us to come back to the ones that we thought were the highlights of the year.
I would argue this is one of them.
And really champion those ones. Not that we don't want to champion the ones that didn't make the cut, if you want to call it that. It's just the ones that really kind of stepped out and stepped up to us so that, hey, that this is some really good shit.
This is going to be a tough one to beat.
So
this is going to be a tough one to beat.
But enough about Thornton Coffee. I think we can ramble on a lot more here.
All day.
But it's really good and highly recommend it. So jump on their site, go grab some. If you're in Oregon, if you've not been down there before, you'll listen out.
Down there.
Well, if they're already there, they're either up, down, or across. Anyways.
Wherever you are, go get you some Thornton Coffee. Do it. You won't regret it.
So what's next, dude?
So taking it back to the espresso side of things.
Okay.
Espresso, excuse me, because my wife likes to correct me on it. It's not X, it's espresso.
Sure, I don't even say X. Anyways.
And you say bag, so here we are, Joe.
By the crick.
How are we doing this again? So the Kimera.
The Kimera.
You know what that is? To me, it sounds like a sword, like a samurai sword. Ah, Kimera.
Right.
No, it's not, though.
It might be.
I mean, it could be. Maybe that's one. It's a three-sided sword.
Right.
No, well, this is actually a product from collaboration, I believe, from Slow Pour Supply.
Okay.
And they have made a tri-pour latte cream fun having art. If you such like those lattes in your life, Joe.
So, so is that like the milk pitcher that they use
Yeah,
to like do that like the cool
little
designs and
cream
everything?
milk pitcher. It's got three sides. So
Okay.
it's got one that I believe is a .06. Whatever. I'm not an expert on this subject here, but excuse me. I think it's a 0.6. Excuse me, not point. I assumed because it's a zero. Don't shoot me. But 0.6 is one. 0.7 is the next. And then their claim to fame on this one is a very precision 0.8.
And how do you think that 8 may have come along?
7, 8, 9.
Like maybe they dropped a 7 one time on the floor and then it dented in and became an 8?
We had that conversation earlier when we were talking about this, Joe. I kind of feel like maybe they had it and they dropped it and they were like, oh, shit. And then they picked it up and were like, oh, this works better. And then somehow that same one got dropped again.
Right.
And they were like, wait a second. There's no way. All of a sudden it has three sides. They all are slightly different.
Right.
They all work. And then they were like, we have something going on here. And they started sharing it with their buddies, their friends, their gal pals. And here we are.
It's kind of like different fonts or something like that.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
with it. And
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we're not baristas, but
No.
but
I don't even want to claim to be even
but
try.
2025 you may be a barista.
I
if we're done with
mean,
you.
anything's possible.
But I thought it was cool that, you know, for how much coffee that is brewed and so many tools and everything, that there are still these innovations that they're still coming up with to try to just improve that cup of coffee that we all love, right? But as far as this goes, what I learned is that the whole idea between that milk pitcher, I'm just going to call it, or the Kimera, is to not use your wrist. It's supposed to be ergonomically correct, so you use your elbow to your shoulder. So it's kind of like art, like you're actually doing art. So it's pretty cool. If there are any baristas out there, I'd love to hear.
Have you ever used this thing?
Yeah.
Or would you use it?
Right. Like, is this like something on top of your list to complete your craft or to challenge yourself? Because it says that this is to create more of a challenge, more of distinct artwork, basically, in your cup.
Yes, it does say it retails for $88 US. So
It's steel, so it's going to last a long time.
I mean, yeah, it seems like it is priced fairly for the most part. I mean, if you're really into that type of thing and you're ready to take it to the next level and you really want to get precise and your one little spout isn't working for you, try 3 different ones and you can get that 0.8 honed in and get that extra fancy stuff. You know, write your name maybe. I don't know. I'm not that fancy, Joe.
So, talking about preciseness,
Okay. What do you got for me?
the desert,
Oh.
street view. You know how precise we are in the desert to get a street view?
You know, can't even get a street view of my own street.
Because you don't have a camel.
Camel?
A camel.
A camel.
So apparently, in about 2014, Google strapped on like cameras and whatnot they do for their the visuals for street views, and it's put on a camera on a camel, and had the camel just walk around the desert and give you street views.
You know, I always get a kick out of the shadow from the car when it's a street view on Google.
But now you got a camel.
I'm gonna see if I can find the
That'd be
shadow
awesome.
of the camel with this contraption on it. That is. I want to see this, Joe.
Yeah, it's still going today even. So for those handlers and camels that still trek through those dunes in the desert, the further remote they go, they're strapping on these cameras to just take street views of the desert. So,
Like I said,
Yeah.
Joe, I can't even get a street view of my own street, let alone we're apparently strapping these cameras onto camels.
camels.
Camels. You know, it was funny in the article here that you had sent me. It's they use them in place of Jeeps,
Yeah. A less of a footprint.
which kind of cracked me up. And the other thing I liked is in the article they made sure to emphasize they hired the camel, but also the handler. You can't forget the handler. 'Cause
The handler was second.
I guess you gotta rent the Jeep, but also you got to buy the gas for the Jeep. I guess. I mean, it would be a kind of a way to look at that. I guess. Yeah. Definitely a fun little blurb there for if you're in the middle of the desert and you see a camel walk past with this contraption, wave at it. You might be on Google Maps.
Dude, that'd be a perfect Kodak. Well, what we used to call Kodak moment.
Oh yeah. You back there in the early 1900s, right?
Yep. So, if you guys want to look more into this, this is called the Trekker program. Is TREKKER, and it's still going today. Also, they use it for other treacherous.
If you're one of those
routes.
Adventurers out there,
Yeah, it even goes to like Mount Everest and other things like that. So it's pretty
you can
crazy.
go. I think it's like you can sign up for a program if you're going somewhere that their cameras haven't gone, and
Get paid. Get your trip paid.
It'd be kind of fun.
I'm sure these are some pretty extreme.
I mean, I
like
feel like
areas you're
you'd
going
have
to.
to really be able to sell it.
Right.
That would be kind of fun.
Yeah. No.
I mean, I don't know what kind of crazy camera contraption you're gonna have to get. Maybe you got to get fitted for it. Couldn't tell you.
But,
still pretty cool.
But so there's a conspiracy. I'm kind of going off the script track here.
Okay.
So there's a conspiracy that birds are not real; they're robots.
You know, it's funny you say that, Joe, because I've heard this a lot lately. Kind of creeping me out.
So the whole idea, if that's true, why don't they just use those to like do the street view, do the aerial views?
I felt it would give away the secretive of it. But have you seen all the... Speaking of, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, here in good old Harriman, Utah. Have you looked out your backyard, Joe?
I see a cookie, but yes.
Have you seen all the birds lately?
No. Oh, like those little sparrow-looking things? Yeah.
Let that sink in.
Yeah.
Let that sink in. Who have you pissed off lately, Joe? Anyway, artificial light, Joe.
Artificial light. Not real?
Not real light.
Okay.
Artificial light.
Oh, well, what are we doing with the light? We got plenty of light around us right now.
We do. A little too much. Anyway, bugs. Ever wondered why bugs go towards the light? Squirrel. Hey.
sorry. No, that's really cool though.
Ever wondered? Context. Our little desk here. Joe's getting the reflection of his fancy watch here. It's reflecting off, and it's a perfect shadow. Well, reflection.
Well, it's a reflection because you actually see the numerals going onto the desk here too. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
I thought it was really cool. I've never seen it before.
It is pretty cool.
Anyway, artificial light and bugs. I always thought that they went up there to get warm.
You know, it's funny that just happened.
Right.
Because, it actually discombobulates them.
Oh, really?
They don't know up from down, left to right, heads up, heads down. It's kind of like if you were to take and, get spun around in a circle,
right,
and then say, go walk. It's essentially what the artificial light's doing to the bugs. And as annoying as it is, it's actually kind of sad.
No, it is sad.
Because they don't know what the hell's going on. They get super confused, and there's ways to help, Joe.
So how do we help them?
First off, sorry, I'm taking this one over.
Okay, you take it over.
But you can use LED lights.
Okay.
In place of what's the word?
Street lights.
Street lights.
Or
incandescent.
Or the halogen.
LEDs is the way to go.
Right.
You can also help them by pointing it down, the light source.
So why would we point it down versus point it out or?
So it helps alleviate the confusion.
Okay.
Where the hell am I? Oh my God! Holy shit!
Right.
And yeah, Joe. So I'm gonna pass this on to you. And you want to tell us about how they figured this out?
So how they figured this out is a bunch of scientists or just brave souls who decided to go under a tarp and videography.
No, thank you.
Do videography of this for hours and days. I believe it was in what country was that in?
I don't know. They were brave. Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. And
they're brave there in Costa Rica.
Yeah, and like some of the pictures that we're going to be putting up here, somewhere around here, as you see, these are a lot of bugs flying around you. And these guys and gals were getting bit by mosquitoes and horseflies. I'm sure they weren't the really small ones either. These were like the big, chunky ones,
Nah, that's rough.
And they were underneath there. They were doing all these different tests, and they found out that what we just said, that is based on confusion. It's based on the type of light. It's based on how it's oriented. And when it's pointed down, the light pollution that comes out softens so that there's less confusion and less turmoil. Because turmoil being that when it's facing up and it's very bright and they're confused, they'll sometimes get so confused that they'll fall down and sometimes get so confused that they'll fall down and die.
Back to my it's like spinning around and saying go run in a straight line. We've all seen the videos of the grown men, children. I would say grown women, but women live longer than men. There's a reason for it. But they go run in a straight line and they go through the fence.
Right.
Some of my favorite videos. But that's what happens to these bugs. And when you're this big, you're going from 5 feet to straight into the ground. It's not looking up for you, Joe.
So have you ever seen that Budweiser Bud Light commercial back in, I think it was the 90s, so you were kind of young then, but
kind of young.
It's during the Super Bowl. So they had one of those those.
By the way, sorry, all you 49ers fans.
One of those buzzers, and the music was like, "Oh, the light, it's so beautiful." No,
I can't say I've seen that one.
Oh man, I'm gonna try to find that and place it up here so that you can see it, dude. We thought it was hilarious, dude.
That sounds funny.
20, 30 years ago, I think it was hilarious.
That sounds funny.
Anyways,
back to Super Bowl. I was with all you 49ers fans. Taylor Swift's team won. I lost the bet to my daughter. She got her ice cream. Don't worry. We can mourn together.
So was that part of the deal, too, that you had to publicly announce that
I didn't. Scarlett, this one's for you. You better watch this video.
So this time we're going back up to the moon.
We are?
Yep.
Hell yeah. Everybody just wants to go to the moon. Oh, dang. You see that? Woo! Woo! Anyway. Thanks, John.
Yeah. The U.S. spacecraft blasts off to the moon to the south pole of the moon.
What's on the south pole of the moon, allegedly, John?
We think that there's water or ice or some kind of liquid underneath there.
Should be.
I watch a lot of sci-fi movies. Sometimes that doesn't end well with the microbials and stuff like that. But anyways, this is an unmanned craft.
Oh, thank goodness.
No people will be hurt in the making of this video. But
we did our research.
We did our research this time, and so in conjunction with NASA and SpaceX for funding and a piggyback transportation, that they are going up there, and we're going to try to see what's on the south pole of the moon.
Kind of interesting.
What's that?
Kind of interesting.
Yeah, I think that we should have been doing this a lot more often the past X amount of years.
I mean,
but
it costs money.
Yeah, but we waste money all the time.
This is true.
Right.
This is true.
It's the American way to waste money. Just saying, it really is.
Sounds like they're being kind of resourceful, though. Piggybacking off of not NASA, SpaceX's Falcon 9 rockets. At least they're getting them into orbit. You know, almost pulling that friggin' rubber band, letting it go, and there you go.
Right.
You made it. We did all the hard work. Now you just have to land on the moon.
And on our side conversation going through these today, you know, it really brought up the question in my mind: what does NASA do right now? Like right now in current times, what does NASA do? What's their purpose?
Question. I mean, we haven't heard that NASA did anything. I mean, NASA, from reading this article, kind of helped out.
Right. But like maybe they're working on a satellite, or I mean, I think they were supposed to be working on some like hyper new type of shuttle, but really you don't hear much of NASA anymore, do you?
No, not really. I mean, nothing that they have done anything.
Right.
I mean, it's almost like they just kind of are like, hey, here's some money.
Right.
You sound like you're going to do something cool.
Right.
But NASA used to be the pinnacle. Sounds like they got some competition.
Yeah, like free market and less red tape.
Yeah.
You know. So what's Mr. Kuhn going to try to do on this one?
He's going to try and have the first sculptures.
First sculptures.
He's sending 125 of those little small sculptures. I say small, but I assume this big because it's rocket, weight, time equals money.
Right.
But like I said, small sculptures. 125 of them. He's putting on this rocket to shoot to the moon in hopes to be the first one with some type of art sculpture on the moon, which I kind of thought was kind of cool.
Yeah, no, that's really
even
cool.
the intuitive.
Yeah.
Intuitive.
Intuitive.
You know, I don't know who reached out to who, but I kind of think that's pretty cool. You know, something kind of different. You know, everybody puts a flag or something like this. Footprint. One small step for man,
Right.
one big step for humankind. Right?
Mhm.
I hope I said that right. I hope I didn't butcher that, because God, it's a great quote. But, you know, little sculpture. Some foreign alien's gonna come upon it and be like, "What is this kind of crazy thing?" Interesting to think about.
I think it's just like one of those bucket list things to say that you did it.
Absolutely.
Well,
If I'm Mr. Coon, I'm putting that on everything. First artist with a sculpture on the moon. I'm doing it. That's what I would do.
so the watch company Omega, right?
Mm-hmm.
A Speedmaster. Have you heard of the Speedmaster?
I have not. Show.
No, I know you're getting into it.
Tapping
I was
it.
asking.
Tapping it.
I just want to see what level I'm going to bring this back to you.
Yes,
So they actually had their Speedmaster on an astronaut in space.
Oh.
So that one has come back. It's been part of their line ever since. I'm trying to remember what mission it was on.
Okay.
But they warm up there,
Mm-hmm.
and now that one is known as like the
Watch
one,
that went to space.
yeah,
Huh.
and came back.
Yeah.
So like those missions to the moon ones and everything, those all
Yeah.
come off of that watch.
Oh.
And or they call it the Speedmaster. So, anyways,
I have so much to learn. So much to learn.
but
I'm
it's just
here
like
for
Mr. Kuhn here saying, "I got my sculptures in space."
Yep.
Potentially, that could skyrocket his art or
Yeah.
his, his
Maybe.
uniqueness.
Maybe they all make it to space and come back. I don't know. I don't think that's really the objective, to bring this spacecraft back to Earth.
Yeah, we'll have to look at that one. Like I don't.
It being unmanned, it just, everything points to it not coming back.
So I say one of two things. One, they are able to communicate with a robot and do the tests real time to see if there's water in the minerals or whatever that's coming out there, or it's going to shoot back some kind of capsule of some sort, so that can capture it probably. So
Hopefully. Hopefully that's the case.
if I were
But-
guessing, that would be one of those two things.
Yeah.
So
But could you imagine if one of those 125 sculptures came back after being on the moon?
it's going to burn off in the atmosphere.
I'm just saying.
If
If it came back.
Okay, if it came back, yeah.
Could you imagine how much those could go for?
Yeah, that'd be quite.
Just to say you have a
price.
sculpture that was on the moon and came back.
Yeah. No, yeah, that would be something right there.
Wow.
You're gonna blow your own mind here.
Something to think about. That would be kind of cool. Definitely have a piece of history.
Having a piece of sculpture go from Earth to space and back would be quite a marathon, right?
Yeah.
How about a man winning a marathon in 2 hours and 35 seconds?
Good Lord.
So,
I don't even think I could run half a marathon in 2 hours and 35 seconds.
dude, I'd be supporting that man running that. Like, I'd be driving right next to him. I'd be supporting with a cup of with Joe, and I'd be like, dude, keep on going.
Yeah. Good. I believe his name was Kelvin Kptum.
Okay.
He's the fine gentleman that ran that record-breaking marathon. I believe it was the London Marathon that he ran.
Okay.
It was 2 hours and 35 seconds.
Wow. Yeah, that's just stupid fast, dude.
25.6 miles for a marathon?
Yeah, he had to be going like 5-minute miles.
I think less than that, Joe.
Is it?
I think it's less than that.
I'm not going to get into
God.
my mathematical. Yeah.
This fine young man was 24 years old, and unfortunately, tragically lost his life on the February 12th.
Yeah.
I believe that was Monday.
Right.
He was in a car accident, unfortunately. He lost control of the vehicle and died with his coach. Condolences to his family.
Right.
But I felt obligated to put this in here just because 2 hours and 35 seconds. It was en route to compete in the, I apologize, I'm going to butcher this. The next marathon he was going to run, he was trying to beat, there's another gentleman from Kenya as well.
Okay.
His 𝐒𝐿 is his name. At least his last name. I'm not even going to try and butcher his first name. I apologize. My apologies to you, Mr. 𝐒𝐿. But he had an unofficial time
Okay.
of 1 hour and 59 minutes to run a marathon.
This is crazy.
It's insane, Joe. It's insane. I definitely not a runner, and I will never be a runner like that.
No.
But Mr. Kptum was going to try and break that, but an official record,
Right.
not an unofficial one.
Right.
What the difference between those two is, I couldn't tell you.
Well, it's just like us doing it in a meet where there's an actual legit official in the race versus you do student in the practice like run, and your coach said you made it.
Yeah, good job.
Right.
But anyway, this young man had run in, let's see, it was April, it looks like, a marathon that he did in 2 hours, 1 minute, and 25 seconds. And then the next one he did was 2 hours and 35 seconds.
So like he just was pushing himself, and at 24, honestly,
wow,
he had a good 1 to 2 more years of his prime to still improve.
But I think what he brought to at least the running world,
right,
was it's obtainable.
Right.
It is absolutely possible. I mean, it sounds like Mr. Kipchoge definitely showed that it was possible, but it sounds like Kelvin was making it happen.
Right.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah, no.
I have no other way to respond to that other than, good Lord, how do you run that fast?
Well, like at one point, I think I was able to run 8 minutes and 15 second miles, and for me, being a larger person, I thought that was amazing. I mean, if you're a person going over 5 minutes for a mile, that's stupid.
When I was back in my prime, definitely past that now, sorry. But I did way back, we're talking 14, 15 years ago, right before I had a very nice mustache.
Yeah, but you had more hair in your head, though.
I did have more hair in my head. But I ran a 5 minute mile.
That's so stupid.
Which I couldn't tell you how I did it.
But do you think you maintained that for 26 miles?
But not a chance. And that was one. That was one, and I was, even back then, I was feeling it.
Like Slim Fit on the ground?
Good Lord, that was that. But to maintain that for a continuous 26 miles, like, no.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell. There is no way. So I just, like I said, I felt obligated to tell his story, get it out there, and, if you're a runner out there, push yourself. Tomorrow's not guaranteed.
Right. And that's a good point. And, I mean, obviously, being able to run 26 miles and a half at that, that fast and leave that print, and, he probably has been doing that for many years, to at least have been able to reach at least a goal. Who knows what his goal was? Maybe his goal was to break 2 minutes.
I mean, he got the world record, so I feel like
so at least,
that's at least somewhere on that goal tier,
Something that you could be like, he did accomplish something in his life that really no man has done.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty cool thing.
Also in the article, unfortunately, he had 2 young children. I mean, they can at least, say at some point,
right,
like, hey, my dad was the fastest dude in the world.
Right.
Like, at least there's he has something.
Sure.
He could at least, I'm not here to speak on what kind of guy he was or what kind of person he was, but at least his children, it seems like, will have something that they could be like, hey, that was my dad. It looks like here, looking at this,
it's a cool legacy.
His first breakthrough marathon was in 2022, and he ran it in 2 hours, 1 minute, and 53 seconds.
Yeah.
So take that in 2 years, really, honestly, a year.
A year.
Shaved it down to 2 hours and 35 seconds. Like,
that's impressive.
It looks like this dude was gonna break that 2 hour mark and really show this is possible. Look what I can do.
Right.
So
cool. Well,
not to end that on a tragic note.
No, it's a triumphant but tragic note. It's a good story right there. A guy was able to accomplish something that nobody had.
Go look this guy up. He looks like he's a runner, and definitely not mine and Joe's body type. I mean, dude was built to run and did it very, very well.
Absolutely.
Very well.
Yep. But so today we touched on Thornton's Coffee.
Go get you a bag, please, ladies and gentlemen.
You're doing yourself a favor.
Do it. You will not regret it. It's a little bit more on the pricey side.
Yeah, $25
compared to the ones that we've been drinking.
Right.
Worth every penny.
Yep.
Worth every penny.
And then you baristas out there, are you home artists of the coffee aficionados.
You want to take it to the next level?
Yeah, get yourself a Kimera and make a video of it, send it to us. Let's see what you're doing with that thing. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, all you crazy people with your little artworks, I mean, I get intrigued by it because it's something that it's not in my wheelhouse. I'm not really an artist. I just want to drink my coffee.
Right.
If you're into that thing, I'm intrigued by it. I think it's cool to look at.
And if you're a weekend warrior and you're going to be going off of the well-beaten path, maybe you might want to check in with Google, see if you can get your trip paid for, and take some street views of like the mountains or the backwoods or wherever you're going to be going.
See, and see if you can find that shadow of the camel with that big old contraption on it. I bet there's pictures out there, but like I said, I always think it's fun to find the street view of the car with the camera on it and just the shadow. It's kind of ironic, like it's not supposed to be seen, but you see it. So see if you can find that.
And if you see, especially in the summer here or spring, summer when we're getting out there, and you see all these bugs flying around, just let them. Now you know that they're just confused as hell what's going on, and
it's chaos.
It's chaos. It's a train wreck. It's chaos.
Woo! Just point your light down. Help them out.
And
maybe they might leave you alone.
And it'd be cool to see if they find any water, like on the moon, or what they find, on the South Pole there.
Do you think they'll tell anybody?
They'll tell us like a year or two later.
Yeah.
Because the government will like confiscate their findings.
There we go with the
or something like that.
Again. But hey, Mr. Coon.
Yep.
You heard it here first. Just let KILT BEARDCO get one of those statues, little sculptures. If it comes back. We gave you a shout out.
Yeah, I think we're the only public one to give you a shout out, so just take it. Yeah.
Let us get one.
And
talk you up.
And on a humbling note, don't take every day for granted. I'll make the best of each day, and aim to hit your goals, and do the fun things in life. Don't put things off if you don't have to. And with that, we have a cup with Joe and Dakota. Have a great week.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. That's 2 cups of coffee down, dude.
Dude, I was gone halfway through. What the fuck you talking about? I was sympathy sipping.
Yeah, like fur up here, dude.
You want to help me out here, Joseph?
You have to invest into like
this shirt,
like studio rollers.
Here's the bullshit thing: is this was clean, folded in the fucking closet. I was like, oh shit, be a great shirt to grab. And then, yeah, I think there's more fucking hair on it than there was the fucking dirty one that was laying on the fucking floor.
So guess what? I ordered a couple cozies, canned cozies. White and black. No, white and blue.
Ooh.
I believe it was blue. All in color. So the hard thing was to find color. They had the black and white ones.
Put KILT BEARDCO on it, or
just like I put on the shirt.
Oh, okay.
The cartoon plus KILT BEARDCO on there. It's on both sides.
I like it.
So
there's 50 they're gonna be white and 50 they're gonna be blue.
Yeah. So this is the type it's gonna be at the very least. So this is what it's gonna look like. I don't know the quality standard of it. Don't know yet. I'm thinking this one looks more of the quality one that you're talking about. I'm not sure.
Oh, fun fuck.
Because it could be like because it looks like a fucking ultra light can in there or some shit like that. So if it makes that, probably do something shit.
We'll see what happens, Joe.
Anyways.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But even like
I like this idea.
Yeah, I have some add-ons like that. I also was thinking like a beer opener keychain thing.
It'd be kind of cool.
For summer, spring, summer. Well, actually, anytime.
I mean,
camping,
anything that I feel you could put KILT BEARDCO on.
Right.
It's not really going away from what you want to go away from.
Right.
I don't feel it being negative.
Well,
right?
The other thing is I was thinking we could so if these cozies come back nice, I could do the Jesus Had a Beard one on there too, and just coordinate it. Because you won't be able to do one line, you'll have to probably do 2 lines on it. But that might be a thought next too.
Just throw that out there. Oh, that's fucked up, Joe. Do you see my face right now?
Yeah. I got the whole entire thing there to put.
I
just haven't put it up yet.
Well, no, it's just funny that like somehow, some way. Luckily, it's not in my eye per se. I gotta come down here for it to like.
The blind.
Oh, you fucking! It's off of the fucking. It's the shit. Dude, it's off the. It's off this.
Is it?
Oh hey. Oh, what's up, Joe?
No, I was gonna try to blind you. Because this domes out sometimes.
Yeah.
It'll create like a circle of all these fluted little things here.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready for this?
I think it's just just go. We gotta go, Joe. Just gotta do it. Just gotta do it, Joe. Oh, God damn it, Joe.
Now I'm ready. Go!
Damn it, Joe. Some motherfuckers.
So, you're drinking your coffee.
It's been recording. I just realized that.
Yeah,
You sneaky bastard.
for like 7.
It's, I heard a lot of shit right there.
Yeah. Without budging. Staying strong. Strong, yeah.
Sleep deprivation's a motherfucker. I feel so bad. She was like dead ass asleep the other night and like also just had the hiccups and they would not go away.
So usually the hiccups is they're taking too much air in with the milk. It's giving hiccups too.
Well, she wasn't even eating. She was just sleeping.
Oh.
And all of a sudden, she blew the binky right out of her mouth. She hiccuped in the thing. Literally, fucking blew out of her mouth because of the hiccup. And I fucking, oh my God. I was
laughing.
Oh, God, it was funny.
All right.
Okay. All right, you ready for this, Joe?
Yep.
Put your shoes back on your feet, Stan.
That get toasty, dude. That toasty feet, toasty coffee.
So I made the executive decision. I'm like, I'm going to wear sweats because I was going to wear a long sleeve shirt. And then I was like, I get too hot. So I was like,
see what my watch does?
oh, that's your watch?
Yeah.
That's fun.
It goes a whole circle all the way around.
Oh, yeah, it does. Oh, shit, look. I'm like a fucking insect. Ooh. Okay, alright. God, serious.
That's straight. Okay. The beards look amazing.
Yeah, it does. Fuck yeah.
Just break a beard in today.
I didn't put anything in yet today. I'm gonna go home, shower, growing my hair out. See?
Just don't fool yourself, my friend.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.